Hey everyone, sorry I'm a bit late, and as you can see behind me, we've got this great man Alan Hansen, who's seriously ill in hospital. There's been no news whatsoever, and it's so sad, when we hear it. These great players, these wonderful lads, who dedicated themselves to Liverpool, and when they came down to Liverpool, the likes of Jockey stayed on Merseyside, Kenny Dalglish, they all did. They all did. All stayed. That's what kind of a pulling power Liverpool has. I'm talking about the whole of Merseyside. They actually stay here. Jurgen Klopp loved it here. Jurgen and his wife and kids just loved it in Liverpool. And we've got this lad here, Alan Hansen, and we just don't know what's going on. Let's hope that he pulls through, eh? Whatever he's got. Whatever he's got. That's the sad indictment, isn't it? About former footballers, icons, as we call them. What can we say? What can we say? What can we say about the great man? Marista, I'll be on my own tonight. JK, he can't make it, unfortunately. Can't make it. Daniel can't make it because his lad is, he's poorly, unfortunately. And he's looking after him, little Austin, and it's his birthday. It's Austin's birthday as well. Poor little mate. Anyway, get well soon, Austin, and happy birthday, fella. Little Red as well. His dad made sure of that. And Mary Stan. Hi Frank, since spreading the word about your shows, I've had two post-260s videos with George Stroke Gordon, and last night John Key. Coincidence or jealousy? We love you, yeah. Thank you, Murray. Thank you. Funny enough, I got a message today, and it said this fella's writing a book, and he said, would you put something in, about Jurgen's legacy? I'm finalising it now. I said, yes, sure, So anyway, I just wrote something, and it was only a personal viewpoint. And I thought, he'll edit it or, discard it. Discard it. When I said to him, you can do, you can edit it, you can discard it, there won't be a problem with me. And I said, it's just a personal viewpoint. And he got back to me and said, it's brilliant. I'm going to do it in its entirety. So I was quite pleased with that. And this is a proper author as well. Proper author. Darryl, puts two X's for the great man, Alan Hansen. Read the whiz kids. Hey Frank, hope you're well. I'm okay, I'm okay. It's just sad news, about Alan Hansen, and we don't know nothing about it, to be honest, Lee. And Steve Evans. Currently safe from the madness at the ground. Yes, all the madness. He carries on by saying, Ed Frank going tomorrow with his glittery cowboy Stetson on. Who? Who's going tomorrow? You're talking about the, oh, you're not talking about that Taylor Swift, are you? She paid you. I don't know. What would Steve? Ed Frankie going tomorrow with his glittery cowboy Stetson. Who stay? When? John Henry? I don't know. I haven't a clue you're talking about, mate. It's terribly sad, says Lieber's kid. Yeah, it's awful. It's awful. And Steve Evans, you too, Taylor Swift. I'm going, am I? As I said before, someone, I think it was Neil Broderick, and he said, "Have you got any chance of getting tickets for Taylor Swift?" I'm going back months ago. And I said, "Who is he? Who's he? Taylor, what tickets for Taylor? What for? Who?" I didn't even know. He said, "Oh, I'm paying him at Anfield." I said, "Who is he?" He said, "She's a singer. She, it's a girl." I don't know. Never heard of it. But no, I won't be getting any tickets for that. It's asking me. Steve Evans comes over, he loves all this music and everything else. So, he comes over with all these names and never heard of. I said, "Have you never heard of him?" "No, I haven't." I'm a lad of the 60s and 70s. Daryl Mezza. You okay, Frankie? Yeah, I'm okay. Upset over there, Alan Hansen. That's all. Just upset over him. Yeah, yeah. Evening, Frank, and it's Alan Hansen's birthday too. Yeah. You couldn't even come at a worse time, can it? I'm off to see my mate Diggsy, ex-cook the books. I thought they were good, actually. And Cast and the Lars. And I'll tell you why I know them. Francine's first cousin, John Power, was in the band. That's how I know. That's how I know. As you know as well. And Francine's not too good, actually. I'm sure she's got COVID. Because she would have appeared with me. Would have appeared with me. And the Anfield Roar says, "Hey, Frankie boy, I'm an alcoholic." An alcoholic. Oh, dear. Thanks, Anfield. Thanks, mate. Thank you for letting me have the night off. I was still asleep on my lap. All right, Daryl. All right, Daryl, mate. No problem. Um, I'll get all the comments here without interruptions. So I'll read out what you're coming in with. I'll read them all. Every comment be read out, whether they're controversial or nice little sweet ones. Even and Frank, hope you're okay, says Paul Turner. Yeah, it's good that you're all keeping me company, to be honest. Because being on your own, here, it's being on your own, being on your own. Steve Evans, and then Richard Hawley on Saturday. Who's he? Who's Richard Hawley? Richard Hawley. The Scottish Bear. Even and Frank, God bless. Ah, thank you. Thank you, Scottish. Thank you. The Scottish Bear. There's it. Look at this fella. Paul McDonald. Hello, on your own, Francis? Yes. Paul. Always on my own. Billy No Mate. I was going to ask where he was. There he is, look. That's sea off the Greek islands. You've got it, this fella. Look at this little photograph there. If if you're a big fan of John Lennon, John's no longer with us. This fella's the man. John Lennon looks like him, speaks like him, and sings identical to. Honestly, he's brilliant. And I'm not just saying that because he's a good friend of mine. Honestly, I'm not just saying that. He's absolutely wonderful. He really is. He really is. And Paul Turner. This weather for June is the coldest I've ever known it. Paul, honestly, most probably I'll change into it. I'll throw it. Looking at the tops up there. Because I'm freezing. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Freezing. Paul McDonald's in the Greek island. Playing the songs, John Lennon. But, it's just, I've never known him. I went shopping yesterday and I was freezing. My hands were freezing. So, you going along with the little trolley there, throwing your gear in. My hands are freezing. And I was in the aisle, where your meat stuff is. It was perishing. It was perishing. Blimey. Question for all those who don't want to watch the Euros. What else are you doing? Exactly. I'm only following the team I follow, and that's the wonderful Italia, Larazori, Forza Italia. That's who I'll be watching. And the likes of Paul McDonald, he knows that I support them, always have done. And Steve Evans. Richard Hawley from Sheffield, once in Pulp and Long, never heard of Long Pigs. I've heard of Pulp Fiction, Pulp. Yeah, I thought they were good, actually. Boss Crooner, mate. Get on him. I follow Paul McDonald and the bands he pays tribute. Sorry about this. I think I'm getting messages every bloody. I'm sorry about this, honestly. Jesus. Oh, no. Oh, Christ. It's nothing about Alan, but Norman, who normally comes on the chat, and he's at a hospital with his cousin who's only got hours. God, blimey. Sad news. I'm so sorry, Dad. I can't even say it. Now, Paul says that he was in Malta 2 days ago, and he actually went into the pub where Oliver Reed met his demise. He just drank himself to death in there. After he was already in the production of Gladiator, and he was great in that. It's a cracking film, actually. I'm doing a film review as well on Saturday morning, and I just watched a film called Bent with Carlyle and Andy Garcia. Good film. Bent. Chris watching the Euros outside that or listen to my missus saying, do this or do that, so it's the outfield wrong. That's a cracker. So his excuses, if you're watching that, I'm watching this. I'm watching this. Is it coming home again, lads? Yeah, that's what I say. Is it coming home? Paul said, never known anything like it, Frank. It's perishing, absolutely. My feet are freezing now. Little feet. Paul Beck, good evening, Frank. Perishing, what a lovely cold word. Nice one. Yeah, they're the words, they're terminologies that are dying out. They're dying out. There's loads of things that are dying out. When we were kids, you'd hardly see anyone. It's no bloody streets now. We're playing football in the street. When I was a kid, we used to see the tar bubble, and we used to get lolly ice sticks, and we used to, put them together like little triangles and throw them. I don't know if anyone did with our toys. We made our own toys, making staries. Do you ever remember staries? Oh, staries. Oh, I used to live like Cherry Crescent, Cherry Gardens from Cherry Crescent, and they were bruised going down. God, blimey. Oh, thinking about it going down fast. I'm letting the kid going home. I wonder we grew up like this. Some of the things, though. Wonderful things. Playing Lockio. Remember Lockio? And hide and seek. And there used to be a little thing. It was great. We were about 11 or 12. And we played a game called PK, Punch or a Kiss. And there was a girl. And she always ran after me. Like Peter Cake. I used to say, Pig. I used to go in bruised everywhere. I should have seen the kip of it. I said to me, so why can't any of them run after me? She's not half fast as well. She's not half fast. She used to catch me every time. Big shout, come here, you. Peter Cake. Pig. And so to my grandmother, so she said, have you been fighting again? No. Couldn't tell her what. Oh, jeez. Couldn't tell her what games we played. That's it. And Paul says, but the biggest story was, it was the Royal Navy. That's who he was drinking with, Paul. He was drinking with these Navy lads, and they can drink. but so can they. Or so could he, should have said. Frank went to the location by the river today for a few bevies with the owner. All sorted for your visit when you're there. Go away. Go away. Over the weekends, it'll have to be over the weekend. I've got to do lots of things. And I haven't replied to a very important thing. I haven't replied to that either. So I will honestly get back to you. Is it in Skada? Let me know, Chris. Is it in Skada? Skada. Is that the place? Let me know, please. Sending you prayers, Norman, mate. Oh, that's nice from Darryl. That's lovely. Horses. Anyway, in 1944, he was in the pub. Went to the toilet, about 20 Italians surrounded him. Serenity. Hang on a minute. Leave us Italians out. Not about it. Leave it all right. Hey, we had partisans, by the way. We had partisans in the Apennines fighting the dirty Germans. We had them. We had them in. Went through all the Italians, the ordinary Italians, not the fascists, but the ordinary Italians, fighting them. What they were doing, putting people up against walls and shooting them. Shocking. Chris Dick says, I'm for raw French for Italy. Who are you backing, lads, on the chat? I miss my Uncle Frank. There was there in the Navy in 19... Yeah. No, my dad was. My dad was an officer in the Royal New Zealand Navy. And he was in the SBS, Special Boat Service, sinking ships. He said, get home. I'm back in England and Trent. That's it, you know. Italy have Spain and Croatia in their group. Don't know if they'll get out of that group, says Yusef. Yeah, it's a very hard group, especially Spain. Croatia are not a bad side either, to be honest. But they always seem to come good, Italy, in tournaments, as you know. As you know. Paul McDonough. He went to the toilet and 20 Oh, stop it. Can't say I'm really bothered who wins the Euros. I'll watch it because it's football, but I don't really like international. Same as he was a kid. Same here. I follow Liverpool. And I follow the Azzurri, Italy. That's who I follow. International, that is. That's who I follow. That's yet it goes mad at me. What do you want to follow them for? I said, why do you support Liverpool? Because I love them. I said, well, there you go. Why do you follow England? You know, go on like that for the English. The establishment. Covered up for years. Against us. Right? And the same fellas who come and saying, you know, scouse bin dippers in your Liverpool slopes. Sign on. You can stand with them, mate. I wouldn't. I think it'll be an entertaining tournament, plenty of shocks. Scottish Bear film called Bent. Are you sure that it's not the story about the Premier League? Could easily be. You never know. Yeah, you're so spot on there as well. Zaro says Jürgen can't stay away watching Taylor Swift. Yeah, he's there, isn't he? I believe. Scottish Bear, the UEFA and FIFA, the refs, VAR, and a lot of them are all beds. That's what he means. TW. Evening, Frank. Evening, T. Hope you're well, mate. Old talking to you know, because Scottish Bear, exactly, Chris, 100%. And Zaro says Portugal will win the Euros for me. There you go. There's another one. And Chris says Scardia is a couple of hours away from here. Would recommend for a day outing on the boat. It's funny that, isn't it? You know, and it's on a lake, isn't it? As long as there's no sharks or orca whales, you know, as long as there's none of them on the lake. The story got fragmented because of the texts, Frank. Oh, right, oh, okay. Great to see you, Paul, honestly. Thanks for coming on. There he is. He'll be coming on my show when he's home. He said, I'll come on. I said, okay. Because he's been on a few times, actually. But he's been so busy. He's been so busy. Chris Six. Lee Whiskers, yeah, if our players are involved, I just worry about injuries, don't care otherwise. The on-field roar. I think the best news of the summer so far is Eric Ten Hag is staying with them pretenders to our throne. Funny enough, that's what I never wrote about Ten Hag or anything. It's what the lad said, you know, will you write something so I can finalise the book? I said, yes, sure. And I mentioned about the 30-year wait, that's all, you know, Jürgen brought us. And our sixth and the most pivotal game. It wasn't in Madrid, I mentioned Madrid, like, but the most pivotal game was the Barca. Incredible. The 4-0 game. Oh, more like. Same here, Chris. Tony, but Tony, have you sent me a friend request or are you still friends? I don't know because I won't. If I see a face and it's, you know, a name that I know well, and they sent me a friend request, I won't confirm because I know that they're hackers because I've been hacked loads of times over the years, and that's how they get to you. So let me know, and thanks for the pint and scotch. Thank you. And who was Taylor playing for? Oh, stop it. I was in the pub in Malta in March. Yeah, you saw me that, didn't you? Yeah, I know you're talking to Paul. No, Frank, the Sharks are all that Buda managing the casinos. Question, is Eric Ten Hag better than our manager, says Yusa? He's supposed to be. He's the best manager in Holland. Supposedly, you know, I'm not saying nothing. I want to get into that again. Scottish Bears don't care for the Euros. Liverpool are not playing. That's me. That's me. Scottish, the bear from Scotland. Absolutely, that's me. That. And Kieran, by kick-off tomorrow night, the Tartan Army won't remember it. Come on the Scottish. There you go. What he's saying there, he said, like, Tartan Army, you won't remember it. Like that. No, Frank, I've not sent any, mate. That's great, that's only because I wouldn't, and it's been up for months, you know. But what I'll do, I'll look for it again and remove it. That's why I'm saying, no, there's no way. The Anfield Road, thanks, Tony. I was there last night, Barca game. Jesus, unbelievable, wasn't it, Frankie? Yeah, the Anfield Road, yeah. It, the most incredible, and I'm not talking finals, by the way, but most incredible game I've ever seen. And it's strange, you know, because I was there in 2009. Was it 2009 for the Real Madrid game as well? My partner then at the time, she came home and she said, "Do you want a ticket for the match tomorrow?" I went, "Yeah." And this fella took ill, and he was going with his girlfriend. We had 2 tickets, and he knew that I was a red, and he knew that, you know, his wife was working with my partner, and I got the ticket. Went, sat next to the girl. Sat next to the girl. I think she could have, size of it, she could have played centre half. No one would have got around there. And as Shankly says, even after asking, you know what, could be in goal and no one would get around there. Don't want to get around there either. He's talking about Ronnie Yates. You, Chef, nothing that lot as better than our club. Not as a better than that. Exactly, Anfield. Yeah, but Lamb's brother. If you could pick one player from the past to go into the side now, who would you pick? I think I might pick. I think I might know who would win this. If I could pick one player to put in the side now, I've got him here, by the way. I've got him here in my head, who I've put in. If you would have said 3 players, that's a good question, that Herbert Long. My question is, Frankie, to the chat, as if we don't spend, why are Edwards and Ward and Con, mate? Why are Edwards and Ward and the Con merchants actually here? I don't know. I haven't a clue. But we all know, don't we, really? That's just my opinion, by the way. It's just to get rid of Jürgen. He went. Jürgen went. Herbert Lom's brother. If we are talking Liverpool, then for me, it's Graham or Stevie. That's a good one. And Suarez, for me, the Anfield Road. Herbert Lom's brother, Graham Souness. So you've got to think, you know, going through the team. And you've got to think what we were lacking last season. You know, someone could say, it's no use picking a goalkeeper because there's no one better than Alisson. I always said Clements was the best goalkeeper we ever had until this fella came about. So you don't go back to your keepers. Could you go back to your centre halves, the likes of him, for example? Alan Hansen, the great Alan Hansen. Could you go back to Sammy Hoopier? See what I mean? You know, so are the defenders, oh, I think we're all right. And you've got to see what we were missing. You know, do you go to your forwards and say, Fernando Torres, for example? Fernando Torres scored some of the most amazing goals ever. He scored one against Blackburn. And I was sitting at what you call now the Andy Road stand. Not the Andy Road stand, the Kenny's Elvry stand. And I was looking down, it was on an angle, like looking at the gods. And the ball came over to him. The ball came to him. He chested it. He had us back to the goal. He was on the angle of the 18-yard box. This is the Andy Road end. Chested it. Tied it. And turned. And don't forget, he's on the angle of the 18-yard box. And hit us on the volley. And if anyone's seen it, it's incredible. I was like lying there. It's incredible. Well, I wasn't really in line with it, you know, but I've seen that goal. So, you know, the likes of him. The likes of him. If you know what I mean. Best news today is Ali is staying, says Darryl. And the outfield. Exactly, Frankie. Souness was a leader, hard worker, and an example maker. It was close with him or Stevie. And Lee Wizkid, Souness and Terry McDermott, best midfield I ever saw. Terry McDermott scored the best goal I've ever seen in club football. And I mean world football as well, you know. And he scored the second best goal I've ever seen. And the third one belonged to Jan Molden. Best goal I've ever seen. And the one I've seen, the best ever, it was from our box, from Clements. And it was bink, 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 bink. Header. Seventh goal in the Annie Road end against Spurs. And the second best was also against Spurs, but at White Hart Lane. Stay. When the ball came over, he was out. Where I was explaining about Torres and the angle of the 18-yard, he was out on the wing. And he did exactly the same, Terry Mack, what Torres did. Chested it, tied it, and hit it. What a goal. What a goal. One of the best I've ever seen. And that was second. My third, I said Jan Molby. And it was very reminiscent. Stevie McManaman did a reminiscent one of them up in Celtic Park, up there, Parkhead. And he got the ball in our half. We were, you know, attacking the cop end, and he got the ball in our and he just dribbled. He got us on the right, and he dribbled through, and let a thunderbolt go just outside the 18-yard box. What a goal against Man U. Think about that. If you'd ever seen that goal, it was one of the best ever. And that was my third choice. But as I said about Stevie McMahon scoring one of those, but when you look at goals and goals and goals, some of the fantastic goals, they're unbelievable. Unbelievable. Some mad goals as well. Some mad goals. But you can't beat a good goal, can you? So Lee, yeah, CNS and Terry Mack, best midfielders I've ever saw. That's no problem, that. Says the Lee. Torres was a proper player, says TW74. Yes. El Nino. Loved him. And the outfield says, Fernando Torres, like Michael Owen, would not be successful without Stevie G assists. Bang on. Bang on. I see Fernando Torres give one of the best passes I've ever seen. And it was against Everton. Anfield. Kicking again into the cup. Ball came to, chested it, tied it, and backheeled it. Stevie G was running. Stevie was running through, and I went right in front of him. And the ball was that weighted. And he ran onto it and hit it. Great goal. As I said, some goals. I'll tell you who I wanted, who I'd love in that team today. I really would. I think for his goals, for his tenacity, for his leadership, for his determination and motivation, Steven Gerrard. Just imagine having him. If he would have been in our team this year, he would have won the league. Mind you, varbles of seeing goals that were flying in from every angle, everywhere. But some of them would have been disallowed for sure. Do you ever remember the goal against Real Madrid when we whacked them 4-0? I forget it all. I think it was Babel who put us over. But it was not half like put over. And Stevie was running in and hit it past Casillas in the cup. Cup goal. I was a cracker, that. Thinking, such an amazing player. And the goal against West Ham at Cardiff. The goal against Olympiacos at Anfield. And we won the European Cup that year, 2005. Oh, incredible. Oh, loved it. Loved it. Olympiacos. Get it. 5 minutes against West Ham. Getting beat. Unbelievable. Just it. Oh, incredible. And do you know what many people forget? That the likes of Morientes, he got a cup in his medal that year. You know, that day, playing. And do you ever remember Kromkamp? Kromkamp. Dutch player. Dutch. Don't say too much about such players. Please. But Lom's brother. I think most will pick Stevie G because of his versatility. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Darryl, that's one of my greatest goal versus Blackburn and his goal versus Arsenal in the champ. Oh, yeah. Yeah. When he turns and hit that far corner to the left of the goalie. Yeah. Remember that? Yeah. That was a great match. I was there. And we were going out, weren't we? 6 minutes to go when that Adebayor scored. Adebayor. 6 minutes to go. Until Ryan Babel going down the wing, right after they scored, going down the wing. And the Colo Torre upended the penalty. Think about it. Steven Gerrard taking the penalty. Knowing if he missed it, we'd be out. We would be out. He's got nerves of steel. Nerves of steel, Steven Gerrard. Bang, get in. And then the other fella, Ryan Babel. When the ball was put in, they had a free kick. And that Fabregas picked the ball up and brought it about 10 yards, right through. And everyone was scared, get back, Jojo. Anyway, sent it over. The ball just scrambles out, went to Dirk out, and he just lofted it over in the middle, lofted it over through the middle. And Ryan Babel ran right onto it. And Fabregas was coming over from the wing. If he would have took that in the right place, he would have got Babel. But he didn't. Think about that. He cheated by bringing it down. So he cheated himself. And that put Arsenal definitely out when he scored the fourth. Get it. Chris says, if it's simple, if it's one player for this current squad, then someone like Souness would make them champions. Simple. Robbie Fowler was the best natural goal scorer I've witnessed at Anfield, says Anfield Roar. And Luis Suarez, I agree with Fowler. I'm not a great admirer as he left us for Barca, a smaller club. Can I tell you something about that? Can I tell you something? Luis Suarez pleaded with Rodgers to stay and play for Liverpool in the Champions League. Take that as fact. Take that as fact. And Rodgers said, no, you're going. That's fact. Fact. 110% fact. Pleaded. Wanted to stay and play in the Champions League for us. He was determined to play for us in the Champions League. True that. Herbert Lam again. I would certainly pick Souness, but not sure if he'd stay on the field. Not today, he wouldn't. Not today, he wouldn't. And that's a very good analysis, actually, whether to stay on the field, whether he would stay on the field. Very good analysis. And Chris says, Lee Wiz kid, that mid with Souness, Terry Mack, Ray with Kerry between the lines. You're talking there. Who's better than the forwards? The three forwards. I don't think anyone is better. That's Mo. That's Bobby. And Sadio. Those three. Incredible. Three of them, you see. Three of them. Not one, the way you depended on one. Because we depended on Fernando. The nearest that came, and I don't think there's anyone old enough to be honest, is going back to Ian St. John and Roger Hunt, because you had two strikers then. St. John had scored and Roger Hunt had scored. But then again, you had two world-class wingers feeding them. That was Peter Thompson. Unbelievable. And Ian Kelly. Wow. But, you know, some of the teams that we've had throughout the years, you know, the likes of Terry McDermott and Graham Souness in midfield. I tell you, he was a great defender. And he hardly gets mentioned. And he was brilliant. And he's our own Phil Thompson. He's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Phil, stuck in. And he was very quick as well. People don't realise how quick he was. See, we had great teams in the 70s and the 80s. And you're picking players. And we had great players. You know, when you think about Steven Gerrard, he dragged Liverpool through. Then all of a sudden we started to get players in. Like Javier Mascherano. He's one of the best DMs I've ever seen. Him and Didier, man. But Javier Alonso. Torres front, Steven Gerrard behind him. The goals they scored between them. And as you said, without assists from Stevie. But I was watching him, was it today or yesterday? And you should have seen the goals that he was just banging in. And he was always putting them in corners. If you can think, the goal he scored for the equaliser up at Old Trafford, when he beat that stupid fella, it all ends up, you know, just took the ball off and went through in the corner. Absolutely brilliant. And that's what he did. You think of the Chelsea's games, in the corner. You always aim for the corner. And they succeeded going in. What a player. And people went mad because he wanted to go to Chelsea. He didn't. Ruined his career when he left there. Just didn't want to play for them. They only bought him because he always done the damage against them. And Chris says, One of Torres' best was away in Mars. Oh yeah, he just went through, didn't he? Chucked the ball, bink, 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 and put it again in the corner. And Steven Gerrard scored a brilliant goal that night. A brilliant goal right outside the 18-yard box, to the right of the 18-yard box. His right, that is, Steven Gerrard. The ball came and he just hit it first time. Right in the corner. Cracking goal. Goalkeeper just standing there. Unbelievable. So you're right there, Chris. Great goal. Taz Reynolds. Hiya, Taz. All right, Frank, mate. Did you get my... Yeah, I won't be able to do it, unfortunately, Taz. I've got something going on, unfortunately. It depends on what time. I'll have a look again, okay? Certainly will. Paul Turner. Torres was strong. I remember he shoved third, yeah, and scored again, top corner. And the cop wasn't a cop end. Just shoved him away. Get in. Get in. Another was also, I think, against Blackburn, a 50-yard slide pass on the floor from Stevie, and Nando just touched it once over the keeper. Yeah. He was stuck with. The Panov. Hello, Frank. Mudman here. I remember going to Anfield to watch a game in the 70s. It was a replay against that Munchen Gladbach team. It cost 10p to get in. I think we won 3-1. You're right. You're right. We did win 3-1. And they were a great side. They were a great side. Yo, Panov, mate. I'm Panov. Hello, Franco Paul as well, says lad and dad. Detectors. Whatever happened to Stevie Finnan? Again, he was one of the most unsung heroes, that lad. Stevie Finnan. Right back. Always reliable. Underrated. Went into the construction with family, but you never see him like Legends game or playing in any charity games or even visiting Anfield. Just don't know. Stevie Finnan. He just got on with the game, didn't he? That's what he was like. He just got on with the game. Just got on with it. Good shout, that. Really good shout. And Kieran says, I remember an old Red saying to me, Souness was better than Gerrard. I've always said this, and I'll still say it. I think I was on LFC when I said it as well. Not quite so sure whether it was. Sure it did. And talking about players, and I said, I'll still stick to it. I said, Kenny Dalglish was there on the mantle. I said, if you were picking a team, the old team, I said, Kenny's there. Everyone will pick Kenny Dalglish. I said, but one thing you've got to think of. I said, Kenny was playing alongside world-class players. And he was world-class himself. I'm not taking anything, please. I'm not taking anything away from Kenny Dalglish. And I said, he was on the mantle. That's where he was. He was just there on the mantle. As the best player Liverpool have had. Older fellas, even before my time, said Billy Little. But unfortunately, did we see Billy Little play? And you've got to look at Billy Little. We were in the second division, and Billy Little was playing for Scotland, the full Scotland team, while we were in the second division. And he was the only player to be picked twice for the Wales 11 side. And he did play, by the way. I think he only played twice, 2 games. Wales 11. While the players were still playing, by the way. They weren't retired or nothing like legends or whatever. And he was picked twice. That's how good Billy Little was. Or that's how great he was. So you could say that Billy Little was a world-class player. Tom Finney only got picked once, and look at it. And Stanley Matthews. Yeah, Little was picked twice. Yusuf Brendan Rodent has zero tactical know-how. Didn't like him. People know why I didn't like him. Can't say on here. TW, when Salah leaves, it will be impossible to fill his boots, just like when Stevie finished playing. Greatness, both of them. Well, that's what I was saying about Kenny on the mantle. And I said, Stevie took over his mantle. You might think that this sounds strange with me saying about Steven Gerrard being the greatest player. To don a red shirt. But the greatest player to wear a red shirt, albeit it was for a very, very short time, was Luis Suarez. You might think it's strange what's saying about Steve. If he would have stayed, instead of being forced out, Luis Suarez would have become top of the mantelpiece. That's in my opinion, by the way, just mine. Yusuf. That 6-1 versus Stoke was a disgrace. Let Gerrard down. When that was awful, that. And you get a photograph. You see Mike Marsh and that other divvy who he brought up from Swansea, that Welsh fella. And Rodgers was just sitting there like that. He should have been sacked after that. Should have gone. And I tell you when I said he should be sacked now was when we were playing Basel at Anfield. And I said he should be gone now when we went out to them. To Basel. Think about that. Basel. We beat the best at Anfield. We beat Real. We beat Barca. We beat everybody. We went out to Basel. Pratt. Daz says, do we know any more about Alan Hansen yet, Frank, as it's his birthday? No, we were discussing it before. Daz, no one knows anything up here or anywhere. It's a bloody shame. Lads and dads, that 6-1 defeat to Stoke was a joke. The last bit of passion was Gerrard and the team who got that goal, which went down to be his final game. And we let him go. No, Rodgers let him go. Rodgers. And when he never picked him to play, he's sitting on the bench at the Barnabo. If I'd have been Gerrard, I would have just got him by the nose, like that. Got him like that. If I'd have been Stevie, because I would by the nose, you know. Herbert says, I hate Rodgers even more. Remember when he put Gerrard? Sorry that I've never seen it again. So it's just the Barnum. He knew that would have been Stevie's last game at the Barnabo in the Champions League. He knew that. What did he ever do as a player? Rodgers. I hate thinking about him, talking about him, you know. I really do. Hate is not in my vocabulary. But I'll say what Herbert and Rob's brother says. I go along with it and use that terminology. About him, about Rodgers. Yusuf, how Brendan Rodgers stays after that Stoke game was a joke. This is why, look, I'm going to go through this. And this is why the choice of I didn't want to get onto this, to be honest, but the choice of a manager, a coach, Jimmy, blah, 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 whatever you want to call them, had to be right. It's got to be the right choice. It has to be. That's why I wanted the best. Someone's coming in, taking over. It's taken over a pair of Canoe's shoes, if you know what I mean. You know, be able to fill in the, step in the shoes. These shoes are the size of Canoe's, if you know what I mean, if you follow my meaning. Would have sacked him at half time in that game. Yes, says Yusuf. Yes, totally agree. Tomo and Dal were my favourite. That's TW, Alan Hansen, that is. And Phil Tomo. The whiz kid. Tomo is such a lovely bloke as well. A true red. Through and through. Absolutely. Absolutely, Lee. Some of the captains we have had, Frank, remember them on LFC TV. He asked me to pick, the best Liverpool side. And I picked him at left back. Phil Tomo. Picked him at left back. He was unbelievable. Emlyn Hughes. Chris says, Frank, I was a kid, but also around for the Satan Roger. Same played similar to Bobby. Yeah, a bit deeper. Roger was underrated outside of Liverpool. Good with both feet. Headers strong and worked it. Yeah, that's why Alf Ramsey picked him for the final. All the, the southern media wanted Jimmy Greaves. But Alf Ramsey knew who was the best. Alf Ramsey. He knew the score. They all went mad. Nicky M. Mulby, Hussein, Huppier. As a Scandinavian, I need to mention them, but I was a young boy watching Dalglish, Grobbelaar, Hansen, Souness, Nicol, Rush, Beardsley. Great days. Jan Mulby. I spoke about him before, Mickey Jan. Scored the third best goal I've ever seen in my life for Liverpool. Glenn Hussein. Besides being a very, very good centre-back, he's also the most handsomest. I think if Mulby, Jan Mulby, and Hussein went in for the beauty contest, I think it'll be a draw. Blimey, two handsome fellas. Jan's a great fella. Jan is a great fella. Got to know Jan. And Sammy Huppier, what a centre half he was. What a centre half he was. Good shout there, Mickey M. So Mickey M's all the way from one of the Scandinavians. I think he must be. Is he a Dane? We're picking them. But mind you, Glenn Hussein, Sammy was a Finn, wasn't he? Flying Finn. Lassie Viren had a flying Finn. Anybody ever remember him? I mean, no one could catch it either. I remember Stevie's face when Rafa brought Torres off. Yeah, when we needed to win. That was mad, that wasn't it, Paul Turner? Yeah. Yeah. Just looked, didn't he? And threw daggers. Ian, man. All right, Frank and chat. Hope all as well. Murder here. Murder. Ian, murder. Mickey, my dad plus LFC teach me to love football. Unfortunately, my dad got blind and we never got to visit. Oh, he passed in March. If ever I go to Anfield, I will be standing there crying. You never walk alone. Oh, Mickey. Oh, Mickey. That's sad. Oh. We've had Norman come on saying about, and there's only a couple of hours till it, so he has to be at the hospital. We've got Alan Hansen, seriously ill in hospital. It's a great fella here. And we just had that. Mickey M's dad. But if you ever do come to Anfield, Mickey, you're coming to a great crowd of people, especially on here, especially on the chat you're on now. And we'll all meet up. We'll all meet up. That's it. So sorry for that. So sorry. Very poignant. And Chris replies to Herbert the Long. Eminem was my favourite as a kid. When I played, I wore the number 6. I imagined I was him. We all dreams, don't we, of, no matter what, you say like you're lying on bed as a kid and you're there, you're actually playing for Liverpool. And you're scoring a goal. I still do that. Leader Wiz Kid, sorry for your loss, Mickey M. That's lovely. Thank you there, Lee Wiz Kid. Answering to Mickey M. What's happening? Frank says, keep it real, Seb. Loads. What's happening, Pan of Scouse? Says, keep it. And TW, Billy was an accountant by day, I believe, yeah. He became a magistrate as well. God, blimey, fancy being a Liverpool supporter. Big Red, and you love Billy Little. And he had to send you down for 3 months. I wonder if it's still like it. Listen to it. I ordered some Scouse earlier, Pat, out for my dinner from delivery. Panel, that's great. That's the best name I've ever seen, though. I've got to admit. Panel. So he's put us in the right context, Panel Scouse. But it used to be Panov, Panel. And I remember when I first met him on a chat, something. And I said, all right there, Panel. All right. And he realised there was a Scouser. And he went, we're the only ones who know what Panel, because I said, that's a great name, that Panel. And he said, we're the only ones who knows what we mean. I said, yeah, you're right. You're right. And Mickey M says, he's replying here, he got to be 92 years old. I sat by his side when he passed. I was lucky though. Not everyone would get the time to be with your loved ones for the last months. He loved the game. I was talking, I gave a talk at the Liner Hotel the other day, Monday. And I was brought there. And we were talking, it was Anthony and Anthony's wife who took me over, who took me there. And we were talking about COVID, and they were going to see someone. And they had to look at them through a window. Never ever got to see them, hold them, or anything. Because the person died. And we all know what a scam it was. Just think about that. Loads died. Yet now seeing their loved ones holding them or whatever. They were looking through windows, bloody windows. Panel is a different channel. What happened to your other account, Panel? Or did you just change your name to how it is now? So we must have told him secretly. I'm not in, he says. I'm not in. Oh. Keep it real. Yeah, I just read that you posted after I commented, mate. And Mickey M, 2005 in Istanbul was unforgettable. Just watched the team, Milan, had amazing comeback. Milan has a great side. Milan has a great side. And I always remember Gattuso, Gennaro Gattuso. and he said, you know, you've got to give credit to Liverpool. Whether the team comes back at us and we're 3-0 up, with 45 minutes to go. That's what he said. No one. And when they defeated us in Athens 2 years later, he said, we just defeated the best side of the game. It was Liverpool, and we were the best side, weren't we? And Dicko, Ireland. And that was Mickey M who said that. It was the most, Maradona said it was the greatest comeback of any team. He said, and now I'm a Liverpool supporter. And he did, he did follow us until the day he died. Maradona. And Tico, Rodgers literally rolled the red carpet out for Madrid. Knew Gerrard was bigger than him, hence Gerrard going to America. We had lots of stories about that. He wanted to get him out. He needed to get him out because he was too big. The fans loved him. Never forget that Stoke game was a horrific, sad end for Gerrard, says Tico. Rodgers or Martinez both useless, and that's what those Yanks had shortlisted for the greatest job in football. Yep. Can't. Royalton. Need I say more? Lad and Dad says, it just seems weird that after Slot had been announced, there hasn't been any media of him at all. No videos of him at Anfield, no interviews, nothing. Do you think it's just a bit odd? Yes. If JK was here, JK goes mad because your ads are popping up, and this is why we were playing for the quadruple. Saying, I want to be Liverpool's next manager. I want to be Liverpool's now. On film, popping up all the time. How do you think Jurgen felt? He's not going to say, is he? He's not going to say anything. Even now, he's gone. He's not going to say anything. But he must have been fuming. Fuming. While our lads were still going for the quad. So you have to come up for your own. You have to come up for your own conclusions. Honestly, you will. I know my conclusion is. Mickey M. Stockholm, Sweden. Hedusveit. Did I say that right, Mickey? Hedusveit. Did I say it right? Most probably not. Did you know those stories regarding Suarez wanting to stay and Terres was pushed out the club until you said, but we're absolutely awful. What happened to those players? Yep. Didn't want to leave. Suarez just wanted to play in the Champions League. And he pleaded with him. I want to play in the Champions League for Liverpool. Love the club, you know. No matter who he plays for, Luis Suarez, he gives his all. He gives his all. and he just wanted to play for Liverpool in the Champions League. Never had the opportunity. That's true. That. Rodgers used to do my head in. I love that scene. Just my head in. Stop doing my head in, Dad. I get Francine. Oh, stop doing my head in. Love it. Rodgers used to do my head in. One smarmy man who loved the sound of his own voice should never have been appointed manager of Liverpool. No. Never. Says Ian Mack. Much love, Frank, says Mickey M. I got to keep my dad for a long time. And he was kind and got to be alert and bright in his mind and spirit. He got to be 92 and he was a good one, just like you. I'm very emotional, you know, I'm a very emotional person. That's lovely. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. To you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I won't forget that, Mickey. I won't forget what you just said. Thank you. And Chris says, and Tico, that's what I feel. That's what I feel. Will be a problem for a sleuth. Many of our players have bigger reps than him. Bring the Orange Casey back, Frank, with the bladder in, says yes. It was only for the snow, wasn't it, really, the orange ball? And they had a white ball for the ordinary games. Now we've got multicoloured ones. Wonder if the Casey's now is woke. Multicoloured. Mickey, when I sat by my dad, I was thinking of all the ones having to do the same during COVID. Can't imagine the pain and hurt. Never forgot. Rip all the great ones. Yeah. It's not so, I'm not going to say, you know, you're lucky or anything. I'm really not, but there were unfortunate cases with COVID where people, I always remember a solicitor, I think he was chief solicitor of the county, and the Northwest, and he couldn't go and see his mother or his brother who had died. He couldn't go. Never visited them. He couldn't. He wasn't allowed. You can imagine what he went through. You can imagine that, Mickey M. I wonder if I'm saying Mickey M right, by the way. I wonder if I'm saying it Mickey M. Is it Mick M? Mick M? Mickey M? Let me know. And lad and dad, I see Kloppers back at Anfield tonight. Sadly, it's only to see Taylor Swift. Feel sorry for him there. Well, on a serious note, he should be back there as our manager in August. Gutted. You're gutted. Don't forget, everyone, give this video a thumbs up with the help with the algorithm. Yes. That's all I'm asking, you know. And subscribe, because what YouTube are doing, they take down subscriptions for some reason, and they want you to subscribe again. Don't know what. Our Romanian friend, Ali News. Good evening. Good evening, Ali. Hope you're well. And he says, JK got the day off. Yeah, I think he's at his nephew's party. So I said, don't worry. But, I did say, I'll read out every comment. And this is the first time I've read out every comment. You ever put a comment on? I'll read it out. Even if you ever criticise me, I'll read it out. If you want to criticise. And Chris Dix. Ali News, hi neighbour. There you go. Montenegro. And Romania. Back. Hello neighbour, says the Ali. And Nicky, I can only imagine the cheering if Taylor Swift invites Jürgen on stage. Never ever thought of that. And it's like you say it. Nicky, Michaela, Nicky, okay. Thank you. At least I got it right. Nicky. That was Michelangelo's name. Mikhail, that's how you pronounce it. I had a great uncle who was Italian, obviously, and he was a sculptor, he was a playwright, he was a poet, and an artist. And his name was Mikhail D'Annunzio. Mikhail D'Annunzio. How about that? That was on my great grandmother's side. Maria Gracchi D'Annunzio. And she married my great granddad. It was Gaetano Domenico Antonio Valenti. Lad and Dad, that would be a nice weird way to see him get a big last cheer at Anfield, or sing You Never Walk Alone. Wow, that's a cracker, that. Never thought of that. That's a cracker. Might come out, you never know. I've seen the stage on that, what's it called? She'll be performing now, won't she? I wonder if she'll sing a cover version of one of the Beatles. One of the Beatles songs. And Alinous says respect. Yeah. Respect. That's all we want, isn't it? Respect. Respect for all you people on here. Love you all. Paul Turner, what was your first Reds game you went to, Frank? I'm going to tell you who it was. And I'll never forget it. And it was a midweek game. Used to call it floodlit game. Floodlit. Went to it. And it was against Middlesbrough. Brian Clough scored 2 against them. Got beat. Brian Clough. You're just beating your team. What are you going to say about that? All you scousers. Sorry about the impersonation, I know it was awful. He went sensitive for the England, all the lads, Bobby Robson, Greenwood, and they're all sitting around, sitting there like that, waiting to go in to be interviewed for the job. And he came in, they're all sitting in suit and ties and everything. And he just come in straight from training, ran in, opened the door, and they're all looking at him, just going in like that. He opened the door, and he ran in, he said, "Have I got the job?" And they just looked at him and he said nothing. And he went, "Ah, well, I'm going now," and got up. So he said, "Got the job." They just seen him go. He never said hello to any of them either. And I'm talking about the likes of Bobby Robson, the likes of Ron Greenwood, the likes of anybody was sitting there open for the England job. I don't like Clough though. And you know why, don't you? Because he blamed us for Hillsborough. Him. The drunken yobs. I've got no time for him. So that was my first game, Paul. Middlesbrough. Midweek. Got beat. 2-1. Ali Noose is the Yao Nevers offer for real. I've heard we are ready to pay 105 million. I really want him on Anfield. Such a great player at his age. Yeah. Look, once you come out with money like that, do you really think that we'll pay that much for it? Do you have any plans of getting that woman, I think from America, on your other show? She was talking about haunting and spirits. She was good. Yeah, she's coming back on. Kalila Smith. Kalila, the name is. Yes, she's coming back on. Thanks, lads. 105 million. That's not us getting in then, says you. Told you. Told you. Blimey. And Chris says, Ali Noose, Neves, 105 million for him. Is that Romanian humour? Yusuf, are you planning on getting an FSG in fan on the stream to debate with? No. Sorry, Yusuf. There's loads of them. And they still think that they've done wonders for Liverpool on the investment. Look, I'm an ex-lecturer, and if you can't convince anybody of anything, it's no use. It's like talking to, I don't know, what can I say? It's like talking to that. That will not answer you back, if you know what I mean. A book, it won't answer you back. You can read it, but it will not answer you back. So you get no sense, Yusuf, honestly. Um, and some of them are very. Some of them say, "Oh, they've been off." Then they go, "Oh, yeah, the great, aren't they?" So it's like a roller coaster with them. There's no straight lines. There's no straight lines. The roller coaster. The roller coaster. I've always said that they never invested on the pitch, and other people like ourselves, agree. But when you try to say, "Well, they did," no, they didn't. Oh, they did. Adamant, adamant. Yeah, adamant. Yeah, she had Robbie Williams come out as a special appearance at an Edinburgh show, so who knows? Sir Paul might make an appearance at Anfield. I went to see him when he appeared there. Went to see him, Paul McCartney. Live and Let Die was brilliant, but he did it. Oh, Live and Let. Oh, it was great. Very good, that. Paul McCartney. Chris, Yusuf. Doubt if you will see many on here. We don't, with the popular LFC channel agenda of Fenway clone fans. I wish I did that in my job interviews. Some of them are hard. I always remember a few years ago. Well, I've had him on since an astronomer, and he's supposed to know a little bit about space, but he was so surprised at what I knew, and I know nothing, to be honest. And one thing I asked him, I said there was a comet. I said, and we had the technology to send this rocket up to travel millions of miles and 11 years to land on the comet. To land on the comet. That's what I said to him. I said, just imagine what we could do going back 11 years ago, or how many years it had to make, say 5 years to make, to put in the technology. Just imagine having today's technology. And he said, it is today's technology. But today's technology you will see in another 10 or 11 years. See what I mean? It's like a light bulb, for example. A light bulb can be made so it'll never, ever, ever, ever go out. It'll last forever, last for a lifetime. So why do you get buy bulbs and they go out on you? It's what you call economy. Cars, they can last forever. Economy. Got to buy a new one. See? Anything. It's no use. It's like buying a loaf and eating the loaf. You'd have to buy a new one. Another loaf. It's what you call economy. But anything that's made can last a lifetime. Believe you me. It's real. Economy. Global economy. Very nice, says Mickey. Being an artist is really an easy life. All the effort and energy added to the talent. It's just like being a footballer. Results hardly come if it not given at all. Much respect. Is that to me? And Ali says, no, bro, I've read on some LFC fan site. My first game was Liverpool versus Spurs, 69. Emlyn with a box-to-box run and kicked it past Jennings. What a start I had. Yes. Yes. And Ali says 105 million is his release clause. If we will pay that, we are legends. You might as well say Mbappe. Give the other 45 million. Give him 150 million. Say, yeah, Mbappe, Kalen, he's going to play for us. Mamma mia. Oh, Myra Page. Hi, Frank Carlyle. Hiya, Myra. Oh, how are you? Myra, I've got to tell you, is a beautiful lady. She goes on streams that I go on, but they're not no related to sport or anything. It's all political, and we think the same. Think the same politically. That is politically. Don't we, Myra? Lovely lady. Oh, major, absolutely major. Thank you, Myra. If I would have known that you were making an appearance, I would have done my hair. I would have got a makeup girl. To make it to make me look nice for you. Anyway, Paul says, see videos of Jürgen at Anfield tonight at the Taylor Swift concert. Oh. As I said, I didn't know the girl. I thought it was a fella when they said about Taylor Swift. I said, who is he? Can you get tickets? I went, who is he? Never heard of him. It's a girl singer. Didn't know. And Chris says, Ali Noose, maybe Jürgen can do a deal at Anfield. Taylor Swift whatever. That'll be good. That'll be good. And listen, people, you know, if you can subscribe to the channel, please. And, you know, you'll be able to comment. And if you comment, I'll read it out. And normally I have someone with me, a couple of panelists. One is his nephew's birthday party, and the other panelist is he's looking after the son who's rather poorly, and that's Darryl Merry. He's rather poor, and it's his birthday as well. It's little Austin's birthday. And Yusuf says, we'll pay 105 million for Yao Neves on FIFA career mode on your PlayStation. It's like a game, isn't it? It's like a game. Anything's like a game. When you, how can I say this? You've got people who look at everything. And if there's money in the game, this is where the greed comes into it. Or any profession, that is, if there's money in it. That's where corruptness comes in. That's where it's just bad, you know, when corruption comes in, and we know that Unfortunately, I'm not saying that all the Premiership and everything else is crooked, but there is corruption. There has to be. There has to be. The way Liverpool was vilified by some decisions, there were lots of decisions. And someone added up where we should have won games and even got a draw. We would have won the league when you think about that. And cheated out of it. And Chris says, to those on Facebook, hit the likes on Facebook. Yeah. So go out on Facebook, don't it? Go out on X as well, I think. And obviously YouTube. I was just thinking there, Myra and what we go on. And some of the comments that come out, some of the lies, the misinformation, the disinformation, all propaganda, and they're coming out with blatant lies. And I'm talking about politicians. And it's wrong. Blatant lies. And Chris says, watch that replicas, Frank. Weird. It's good. And it's happening that's why I said to people, watch it. Watch it. It's his. Keanu Reeves, I like Keanu. I think he's alright. He's good. I like the John Wick. John Wick 1. Incredible. Incredible film. John Wick. And when you think about these people who look at things the way we do, you look at a film and you go, I don't like that. And another bit, I liked it. It's like it's like eating something. And you I don't like that. That's awful. Your little taste buds and your senses. And when someone else eats it, they like it. So, like the likes of films, that's what it's like. Don't like that. Like that. Don't like that. Though. And that's what I'm like football, like your team. Would you support another team? Would you support another team? No. You support the team you're with now. I don't know any turncoats. I've never, ever met anybody who supported one team and then changed to another. I remember I was on someone's, but I'm going back a couple of years ago. And anyway, I said something. And I was criticising Liverpool, actually. I was criticising them. And it came up, me. Well, having a go at me. And they said, go and support another club. Go and support another club. And this is what you get. And, that stupid terminology, plastic. Yeah, what the hell is that? What's plastic? You see what I mean? What's plastic? You're a plastic fan. Plastic fan. They weren't even born when I was going to game and supporting them. Chris says, that's the problem now. We talk about footy in a world where lying, cheating is blatant by the so-called leaders, in capital letters, leaders of society globally. Yes. Yes. Just lying, cheating. But see, what it's all about is pure, unadulterated greed. It's money. And they start wars for money. Wars for money. That's what it's all about. And this is why people suffer, by the way. People back home. Then you have the people being blown up, suffering. Think about it. All because of greed. Money. So listen, people, if you'll all subscribe, that'll be great for me. It really will. And the next football show is next Tuesday. But I have a TV and film review show Saturday morning. I'll be talking about some films. And also I'll be back with this football show next Tuesday. Just let's hope that Alan Hansen, gets better. Let's just hope that he pulls through whatever is wrong with him. There must be something seriously wrong, obviously. I don't like hazarding guesses. I don't do assumptions. That's why, I haven't mentioned anything about what could be wrong with him. And I made up what you're not saying. You're not even assuming what he's got. See what I mean? Just so sad. And little Daryl's son Austin, let him get Mickey M when he comes to Anfield. Let's meet up with him. I'm so excited for the Euros, says Ali News. Finally, my Romanian team is playing. Yep. Isn't that lovely? Made up. Paul Turner. Great show, Frank. Let's hope winter ends soon. Do you know what? Honestly, I had to go shopping yesterday, as I mentioned. And walking into the supermarket, I was freezing. And I had to get the little trolley. And when I got the trolley and pushed, my hands were freezing. But it was strange because my mate who gave me a lift up, when I went in his car, shivering going into the car, to take me up there to the supermarket. And when I got in, closed the door, and it was warm. I said, "Have you got your heater on?" He said, "No." And it was just the heat of the sun because it's a summer sun, But we've got Arctic air surrounding us. That's why it's cold, Arctic air. And it was great inside. So he gets up there and he's got comfy seats, you know. Like this way. And I went, can I stay here for 5 minutes? So yeah, he let Lance warm up. And he got the trolley. I grabbed the thing, you know, and walked around. But you're right, it's absolutely freezing. And it's wrong. It's wrong. I wish the global warming had come back. Whatever that was. Thank you, Frank. Enjoyed the pod, says TW. Thank you, TW. Alinus. Okay, we'll watch your games. I will support anyone who doesn't injure our players. Thanks, Frank, for the show. All the best, man. Thank you. Be well. Thank you. Frank, do you watch our pre-season games? Yeah, yeah. Well, I watched them on the telly because I'm not going over to. We're playing them in America, aren't we? That's what I should have said. What did you think of Werner? He wants us to play over there in New York. You can't make these things up. You cannot make these things up. But getting back to you, Yusuf, yeah, you know, I'd bring the baby, you know, my granddaughter, bring her out, you know, to watch the game. It's good. Great show, Frankie, says Tony Bart. Thank you, Tony. Thank you. Ian, nice one, Frank and chat. Great points tonight. Get well soon, our captain, Alan Nance. Yes, let's get well soon. Paul says, it's been warmer in January. Thanks for the show, Frank. Enjoy your evening, says Ali Moose. I'm going to watch a film now. I'm going to watch a film. And I don't know what film to watch, but I will mention it on Saturday morning on the show. The film and TV review show, 10:30 Saturday morning, if you're interested. And back again on Monday night with the history show. I just do a history show on Mondays, all history. And back again for the football show on Tuesday. So I thank you all very much. Thank you for keeping me company. You've been absolutely superb. Coming out with all great comments, actually. Great talking points as well. Listen, if anyone would ever want to come on here, let me know. Let me know. And I'll have you on. I'll have you on. Well, have you on. Fingers crossed, we hear some positive news on Alan Hansen. Our thoughts are with him and his family. Yeah, let's hope that we do hear some good news about Alan. Once again, thank you, lads. Thank you, chat. Everything's been brilliant. Thank you all out there. If you've subscribed to the channel, it's me. I'm made up. I'll never charge you super chats. Every comment gets read out. Don't want any money. Don't want anything. Just want your company. Thank you so much. And I'll see you all Saturday morning, hopefully, for the film and TV review show. And when is Derek back on, Frank, with the music chat? Is a week Monday. A week Monday. Derek Shelby. He's back on a week Monday. He's good, Derek, isn't he? Knows a hell of a lot if you want to know about music. But he's back on a week Monday. Is that all right with you, Herbert? Mr. Long's brother. See you Saturday, Frank and Cole. I also recommend the shows with Frankie and Anthony. The content will surprise even some scousers. Enjoy. Good night all. Thank you. Thank you for that, Chris. So I'll see you Saturday morning. If not, see you on Monday night. If not, see you on Tuesday night. Thank you. Thank you. See you, people.